Hi everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave. I'm going to analyse the stock with you using just technical analysis. This is SoFi Technologies. Before I get into that, I just want to let you know I have my new course on sale this week for its first week, Learn Pure Technical Analysis. I'm going to use the techniques and the tools that I teach you in this course to analyse the stock SoFi Technologies today. This course is on special this week for its launch week. It's got 12 lessons. This is what you'll learn in it. Pretty simple. I created it literally for my brother-in-law Brett, who asked me to tell him about the market a couple of years ago, and I gave him a short technical analysis, and he asked me to sit down with him one day and teach him the tools and techniques I use so he could better manage his funds. So that's what I've done. I've created an online course for Brett and put it on sale for everyone else, and I hope it helps a great many other people manage their investments. Let's jump into it. I have 3 charts for you. I'm going to look at SoFi Technologies on a monthly, weekly and daily time frame, and we're going to start with the biggest picture and drill down to a little bit of detail to try and answer the question, is this a good buying opportunity? Is it a good buying opportunity now? Could it be in the future, and what would we look for? Or is it just not a good opportunity? This chart, the monthly chart, encompasses the entire price history of SoFi Technologies Incorporated back from its inception or its launch in November 2020. When it was launched, it started up to reach its all-time high, and then it's had a big bear market, and it's found a low about $4.50. On the monthly chart, we can see a morning star candlestick reversal pattern down here at the low, and we can also see a hammer candlestick pattern. So these are bullish reversal patterns. This support around $4.50 has been tested multiple times in this area. So with 2 strong bullish candlestick reversal patterns on the monthly chart and multiple tests of this area of support, it looks like that's quite likely to hold, especially now we see upward movement, moving price higher, and it's got push from volume, so that looks really bullish. I would identify current support about $7.80 and resistance ahead about $13.50. On the monthly chart, the moving averages are inconclusive. We've got a short-term 12-month or 1-year average and a longer-term 2-month or 24-month or 2-year average. The short is below the long, the long is negatively sloped. Price is above both. That'd be inconclusive. There's just not enough price history of this stock yet to have a good look at the moving averages on this time frame. They're a lagging indicator anyway. The last signal on balance volume gave was bullish. It was on this month, and prices moved higher since then. There's no new range and no new signal, but this supports a bullish case in my view. ADX is below 15, so it's too low at this time frame to indicate a trend. If it reaches 15 and the positive DX line remains above the negative DX line, it would then indicate an upward trend, a bull market. RSI is neutral, and ATR declining as price moves lower and now higher. It's been declining throughout the entirety of the price history for this one. So on the monthly chart, I would read this as bullish, and I would expect that these lows about $4.50 or so are quite likely to be sustained. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. I think we're going to look from this point down here, December 2022. Yeah, December 2022 down here. So we've got, could be a double bottom, but we have again tests of support about $4.20 to $4.50. We have a hammer candlestick pattern on the weekly chart down here. It doesn't have push from volume though. It was a downward week, so that's inconclusive. I don't see a bullish candlestick pattern on the weekly time frame here. I do see resistance. What was resistance here, about $7.80, has been broken through. Support was tested about $7.80, and now price is moving up and away. I would look for next resistance about $13.50, could possibly be quite strong. Price is moving higher, volume is pushing price higher for the short term. The last signal on the weekly time frame from on balance volume also was bullish, so monthly and weekly on balance volume bullish. ADX on this time frame is indicating there's an upward trend, which is not extreme yet, but RSI is overbought. Now there's not enough price history of this stock to tell us what this is going to mean for SoFi Technologies. I would expect, because RSI is not very extreme and there's no bearish divergence between price and RSI, there could be room to move higher. I would look out for perhaps quite a deep pullback if price does get up to resistance at $13.50. ATR showing some small increase now as price rises. That's very, very good to see. This chart, I would read it as overall bullish. There is definitely an upward trend. It's not extreme, but RSI is overbought and there's strong resistance overhead. So overall bullish with slight hesitation. Let's look at the daily time frame. We're going to look from this low down here. On the daily chart, there's a bullish reversal pattern at this low. Here's a hammer candlestick pattern. It had push from volume, although this is inconclusive because it's a downward session. The session is green and volume is higher, so we can't tell. We'd have to look inside that session to tell if volume was stronger on upward or downward movement. Price is moving higher up here. Found resistance about $9.90, support about $7.80. There's support below about $4.20 to $4.50. Volume is pushing price higher. The moving average situation is full ball bullish. The short is above the mid, which is above the long. Here's the 50-day, the 200-day. There was a golden cross back here, or a death cross, quickly followed by a golden cross. Now the look is full ball bullish with price above all, and they're all positively sloped. The last signal from on balance volume was bullish. ADX is bullish. There's an upward trend which is not extreme. Now here's a cause for concern though. RSI reached fairly deeply overbought and now exhibits bearish divergence. Price is just broken above resistance at $9.90. It's gapped higher. The current session is incomplete. So far it's closing red. I think, however, overall this one does look like it's a pretty obvious upward trend, and that's in a really early stage when you look at it on the monthly chart. But I'm concerned that price may move a little higher, find resistance at $13.50, and then move quite a lot lower because I'm concerned at the strong bearish divergence from RSI. However, and I'm also concerned at this blow off top. This upward session to new highs for the midterm, really, short to midterm, has come with a really strong increase in volume. Now, that could be the start of something bigger and longer lasting, a big bull run. It could also, it does look like a blow off top, which is often, not always, but often associated with the end of a movement. So I would watch and wait and watch to see if support about $9.90 holds. If price moves up with an increase in volume beyond the current red session, then I would have a little bit more confidence and I could consider this is probably then likely to continue on higher for the longer term. That's my conclusion for SoFi Technologies. Overall bullish, but not quite sure for the very short term. We might see a deeper pullback. So to analyse that chart, those charts, I've used the techniques and the tools that you'll learn in this online course. 12 lessons, 140 minutes, designed for beginners. I take you from the very beginning, showing you how a candlestick is formed and how to read it. Candlestick patterns, I show you support and resistance, moving averages, trend lines, which I didn't use in this analysis. Volume, on balance volume, RSI, ADX and ATR, a small coherent synergistic set of technical analysis tools and methods that work really well together, giving you enough tools and techniques to analyse charts to try and identify buying opportunities. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support.